and Happy New Year. It is finally time to do a flip through of my 2024 planners. This is one of my favorite types of videos to watch, and I really look forward to the end of the year / January when everybody posts theirs, because I think it's like the best way to get inspiration. So without further ado, let's take a look at my planners. I'm going to do my best to not talk too much, so it's more of a flip through and less talking. So yeah, as you can see, I have two planners in front of me. They are both Hobonichi planners. I have the weeks in the paper series and a cousin, the English edition cousin. I absolutely loved both of these planners. I used my weeks as a like health and wellness, habits, hobbies, just my tracker planner, and my cousin is my catch-all. This was my first year using a cousin and I absolutely fell in love with it. I am going to be using these same two planners in 2025 along with a couple others. If you're interested in my 2025 lineup, I will put it in the cards right here. So let's take a look at my cousin first. So like I said, this was my catch-all. So we have this. I'm gonna try to shut up. Did not use this. Sorry, let me get that centered. So I used the monthly section as a kind of memory spread. I do my monthly spreads at the end of the month. So these are basically the highlights of the month. So those are all the monthlies. Moving on to the weekly spread, which is the section I use the most in my cousin. You'll see throughout the year it kind of fluctuates. There are definitely weeks where it's like almost empty and there are weeks that are really, really filled out. I also want to note you may see some sticky notes from here on out. Those are just things that I wanted to censor and I didn't, to save me from editing them out later, I just went through and put sticky notes on them. So without further ado, here are the weekly spreads. Make sure our framing is good. Yes. All right, that was all of the weekly spreads. I hope you guys enjoyed that kind of flip through. That's how I really like to watch these videos. So next is the dailies, and I just want to say probably close to half of my dailies are empty. And then the latter half of the year, I actually started using them consistently. But as you can see, well, the very beginning of the year, I was doing okay because I was like super excited, right? Then I kind of like was just struggling on how to use it. And I tried a bunch of different things and nothing was just like sticking very much. So I know a lot of this isn't very interesting to look at, so I'm going to try to get through it quickly. There's a couple interesting things here and there, but then in about October is when I started a daily journal habit in my daily section, and that's when, you know, I've got some cute spreads and actually like started to feel good about the daily section. So I'm very excited for my 2025 cousin because now I feel like I've really got a groove in how I use every part of this planner, and it really works for me. Okay, let's just all right, so yeah, this is when I started to try to use my daily section a little bit more. So things get a little more interesting from here to the end of the year. All right, and that brings us to the end. It's currently still Monday. I am probably going to plan a little bit more in here, but I wanted to post this lineup or flip through today. So yeah, as you can see, it really like late November, December is when I, started really using it a lot. So again, next year I will be even more consistent. And then I had some goals. I actually hit most of my goals this year, so feel really good about that. And then just some other random notes. My 100 list was just things I wanted to do. Did not do very well with this, but that's okay. I had a lot of unforeseen injuries this year. This I also stopped using. I just kept forgetting to fill it out, so that was that. And yeah, that is my cousins. So let's go straight into my weeks. As I mentioned, my weeks is where I track like health, meals, fitness, but also other things. Like I had some YouTube stats in here and hobbies, basically just anything I want to track. It all goes in here. And that's also how I'm going to be using my weeks in 2025. So this is my year at a glance. I was tracking a couple things that I just wanted to do more of, and I feel that I was successful in that. You'll notice a theme in this planner that in November, I basically stopped doing a lot of things. That is because I had foot surgery, which I'm doing a lot better, but I am still in recovery. So that's why my fitness journey. I actually got injured at the beginning of September, or the end of September. So last quarter of the year, I have been dealing with a foot injury. So yeah, anyway. So the monthlies in here, I was trying to set like monthly challenges for myself. Sometimes I was successful, some I wasn't. It was just about trying to get myself motivated and trying to gamify habits. And I'm going to continue doing this in 2025. And now moving right along into my weekly section. The things that I track in my weekly section haven't changed a whole lot. My format has evolved a bit throughout this past year, as you'll see, but I always try to also decorate, and I'm really proud of a lot of these spreads. I think they're super cute while also being functional. So without further yapping, here we are. And that is all of the weekly spreads. So the last section is just the notes, and there's really not much here to show you. I was tracking, like, using up stationery, but I stopped doing that because I was using too much up and it was getting too tedious. This is a period tracker, steps, RIP. I had high expectations for upping my step count goal this year, and I failed, but it's fine. It's a new year soon. Skincare empties, measurements, and then there's just some random notes kind of throughout these back sections. And I can't remember which channel it was. I also ended up not using this. I just kept forgetting to fill it out. I don't remember whose channel it was, but I did see somebody have the suggestion to cut out any unused pages in planners and, you know, turn them into notepads or your own notebooks and stuff. So I think I'm going to do that with these unused note pages, and I have a lot of unused pages in my 2023 week, so I think I'm going to use those as a notebook. All right. Thank you so much for being here. If you stayed all the way to the end, please don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe. It helps a lot. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Let me know if you did in the comments. Are you excited for 2025? What are your planner goals? Do you have any? My planner goals are to be more consistent with journaling and writing, and also to improve my handwriting. Let me know if you have any goals, and I hope you have a wonderful new year. See you in another video soon. Bye.